the Menace. Menace is sobriety.
Was there sort of a pivotal moment for you that stopped the crime and the drink and drugs? Was that at the same time, the drink and drugs and the crime stopped?
Yeah, so it was like, I sort of, like, you see I've sat here with dog collar on, so I've got some faith, and I didn't have faith before, so my life's gone in a different path now, and there's a couple of reasons. I mean, two of them, Daniel, really are. So a pivotal moment was, I'm collecting a debt, so I'm going to call it that, and I pulled up outside a gym, and I had a gun in a carrier bag, wrapped up in a carrier bag, and I'm in a stolen car. And I'm waiting for the guy to come out of the gym, and he walks out of the gym, and I walk out with a gun down at my side, jumps out like that, and he's got two kids with him, two little girls. I wish I could say that would have bothered me, or did bother me, but it didn't. My heart had got really hard. I didn't care, by this stage. And he had hold of their hands like that. And they were about 7 and 8 or something like that.
Oh my God.
Of age, like that. And light started to shine off the hands.
Really?
And it really and truly hit me in the face. And I couldn't see, maybe 10, 15 seconds. And they walked past. As they walking past, I start sweating, start shaking. I feel really emotional when I say it. I started to be sick. And I split something inside my stomach. And there's blood coming out of my mouth. There's blood all over. I look like I've been stabbed up. I jumps in the car. I don't know what's wrong with me whatsoever. And I shoots off, just drives down into this industrial estate, and I pulls up. Do you know what I mean? Excuse the language.
No, you can call what you like, yeah.
It's just how I felt, literally just...
So what, there was actually internal bleeding. There was something had happened.
What happened was, something had happened. So I ripped like a little pipe thing in my stomach. I think we just retching, just being sick.
And
and all the blood's all over. So I look a mess, I look like there's blood everywhere and snot, and I've got water coming out of my eyes, right? And I'm thinking, am I crying? Because I haven't cried for 40 odd years. And so I don't know what's wrong with me. So I pulls up, and I said like a prayer, like first time probably, well, since I was that little boy really. And I got the answer straight away, nothing. And I thought, well, if there is a God, the things I've done are too bad. He's not even bothered about me. And in a second, I just picked the gun up, Daniel, and I just put it under my chin, and I just pulled the trigger.
Oh my God, mate.
And it didn't fire, and it didn't go off. And I believed in that moment, just in that second, there must be a God. And when I put that gun away that day, I stuck it in the soil and I fired it 3 times before I put it away, and it went off every time. Now that was the thing that said, I believe there's a power bigger than me.
That
must be something, yeah. But it came when I didn't believe, if you know what I mean. When I'd gone 2 fingers up to God, bang, and that, they talk about, Christians might say people being saved. That's the terminology they use, but I felt it was literal for me. And that, listen, I wish I could say that I didn't take a drug from then on, or didn't have a drink. That's not true. I went after, and I smoked crack, and I had a bottle of vodka, and I got a bit off my head and stuff like that, trying to process it, but something different had changed. And then I got nicked the day after, so armed police nicked me, and I'm thrown on the floor. Minor offence, but they knew that I might have firearms on me, so they always came that way. And they got me locked up, and then they started to interview me, and it was like, I was never one of them that said, no comment. I'd just think about something ridiculous and talk about it. Absolutely.
Just to wind them up.
Yeah, that's all I did, and I wouldn't talk about anything else but this ridiculous thing that I got in my head. So they were like, about firearms and stuff like that, and I just go, do you think there's giraffes on the planet Jupiter? Start rolling with it. Why? Is it too cold?
Yeah.
Maybe there's sheep there.
Because then you definitely won't trip up.
I won't trip up because I'm just stuck. And They
put you in a mental house, did they?
They did. They did. Honestly, Daniel, I got sectioned from there, and I thought, but I didn't get charged with anything.
Right.
So I ended up in a psychiatric unit, and the most amazing thing happened in there. I gets in there, and I had like the patients giving me cigarettes and stuff. I'm thinking, what's going on here? I thought, these people are all right. And this guy comes and sits next to me, starts talking to me, patient, just like me. And he said, he told me about he'd been abused. And he'd been systematically abused, and he'd been tortured.
This man, yeah, when he was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had schizophrenia, really ill enough. I said, like, sort of, I'd been abused, like, I said, but not like that. And he'd looked at me and he slammed his hand before he went, don't you ever say that. He said, once is the same as 1,000 times. And you know what, Daniel? I felt like I wasn't on my own anymore. Because I never heard anybody, I never told anybody.
Yeah, well, you'd never said it out loud.
No. And I never heard anybody else that had said it. I didn't know anybody that had. And that kind of helped me a lot. Sort of like, it was the beginning. And then I'm in a psychiatric unit, no drugs, apart from the ones they're giving me, and no drink. So I'm getting sober. Well, that, honestly, it is in that book, but when I think he's mental, I still wanted to get off it.
Yeah, of course.
What am I going to do in here? And I found these sachets of coffee. So I ripped them over, I racked them all.
And you were sniffing lines of coffee.
Coffee. Right, a nurse walked in, she went, Meg, what are you doing? I'm like, well, you won't give me any proper drugs, I can't stand it. She went, it's decaf. You know, so you've got like big shot gangster, you know, sniffing decaf in a psychiatric unit.
Fucking hell.
That's when you know it don't work.
That's good.
You know, it don't quite work, you know, but that was the beginning of my recovery, because I came out of there for the first time in my life. No drink, no drugs, just me.
Yeah.
Menace and sobriety. Just a menace, just a menace. Just a menace. Menace and sobriety. Just a menace, just a menace. Menace and sobriety.